is nearly here, and your entertainment tour guide is here as well with another list of fun and enlightening events. Welcome back, Nancy Guppy from Art Zone. It's good to see you.
So
it's been a long time.
I know, it's been too long. I missed you last time. I think you were out of town.
Well, yes, I was in New Orleans, not eating too much or not drinking too much.
Of course not. Of course
not.
Not.
Exactly. So Pilchuck Glass School has this open house in it. Have you been? And it's so cool.
It's so great, and it's called Spring Tours and Artists at Work, and it's a once-a-year thing. So, as we all know, Pilchuck was founded in early 1971 by Dale Chihuly and Anne and John Holberg, or Gould Holberg. Anyway, so what began as a one-summer-only workshop has turned into, it's a world-renowned center for glass education. So this one-day event, or four-day event actually, but once a year, is you get to go to the campus. It's 54 acres amidst a beautiful tree farm in Stanwood. You can go in to visit studios. You get to watch some renowned artists blow glass. This year it's going to be Dante Marioni and Kate Rhodes. So they'll be blowing glass in the hot shop. And so there's also, of course, other workshop things for kids and food, et cetera, et cetera. So it's open May 2, 3, 4, and 6, and it's
coming up.
It's coming up, and it's a limited. I mean, there's not endless space, so the link is on your website. You definitely want to get onto that.
Okay,
and get your
very
tickets.
good.
All right, this guy, Jeremy Eaton, he is a local artist. He lives in that, we call it the Freelard area, right?
Yeah,
Ballard, Fremont area. He started out as a graphic artist, kind of cartoonist. He worked for Fantagraphics down in Georgetown. And then he decided to become a full-time painter about a year or so ago. So his canvases are found wood, and friends find it for him. He finds it on the street, wherever he finds it. And he incorporates the grain or the knots into the way he paints the work. So he's really drawn to this raw kind of vibe of the raw wood. What's really exciting to me or fun is Jeremy's home is also his art studio, is also his gallery. So every weekend, Saturday
it's on rent.
Totally, it does. And every weekend, it's Saturday and Sunday, he opens it from 12 to 6 to the public. Anyone can go. And so I went a couple weeks ago because we did an Art Zone profile on him. Yeah. He was making cookies. So he gave me warm cookies. I looked at the art. I got to talk to him. It was just, it was fantastic. Idea. So anyone can go. The address, I think we have it on your website.
We'll put it on the website.
Go meet him. So he's a terrific guy. Okay, so there's a very unique theater project coming to town, to Seattle. It's called Broken Bone Bathtub. And the performance takes place in a bathtub in someone's private home. It actually, if you wanted, it could be yours. So this is the premise. The performer, her name is Siobhan O'Laughlin. About, I don't know, a few years ago, she was in a bike accident. She was hit by a car, hurt and broke her arm. And she only had a shower in her apartment, so it was hard, you know, a cast, you can't get it wet.
It's hard.
So she had to then contact her friends and say, can I come over and use your bathtub? Oh, and by the way, can you also help me? So the crux of this whole thing is all about being vulnerable and having to ask for help. Yeah. So she created this piece. It's an hour-long performance. It's her, and she's done it all around the world, and she's coming to Seattle, and about, I think, 15 to, I don't know how many homes have already said they're going to host one of these events.
How does she find them? How do they connect?
They have producers in different cities who kind of, I guess, find them, or, you know, find friends that will do this. So that's a great question.
And then I'm just trying to get a mental picture. She's in the tub in somebody's house.
At somebody's house. There's 4 to 8 people in the audience. You come in, you sit there, and she does the show, and she's interacting with you as well a little bit. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to see it.
That is so interesting.
Isn't it? So it's May 3rd through the 24th. Bathrooms are small. Space is limited.
I was going to say.
So, yeah. So you want to get the link on the site, and you can find out how to get tickets. Right. So it's about 25 performances over a month period.
The people who host her have to spend the previous 24 hours scrubbing like crazy.
Exactly.
The Seattle Recycled Art Festival.
Right. So this is returning for the 2nd year. It's all about celebrating the philosophy of you know, reduce, reuse, recycle, and so all of the art pieces in this festival have that environmental mindset. So the festival highlights include an eco fashion show, an outdoor sculpture garden, this thing called Art plus Tech plus Trash Marble Maze. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds kind of fun. And then also there's a kind of a drive. You can bring your own household goods that you want to get rid of. So basically, your junk is someone else's art making materials.
Really?
Right, so textiles and that kind of a thing. Yeah. So it takes place May 11 and 12, Friday, Saturday up at the Finney Center by the Woodland Park Zoo. That's Mother's Day weekend. Great place to go to get kind of a one-of-a-kind gift for your mother.
Yeah. So, and your mom can drop off her old fabrics or whatever else.
Exactly.
Now, the last thing that's going on here is pretty personal for Nancy.
It is.
And I'm amazed and congratulations. Tell us what's up.
Well, so I'm having my first ever visual art show. I certainly never thought I would say that phrase. And what I do, I take paint by number canvases that have already been painted. You find them at Goodwill or friends' basements or eBay, and then I collage them with images that I find mostly from magazines, sometimes newspapers.
Look at that.
So I started. So I started doing
Nancy,
this.
these are awesome.
Oh, thank you. I started it like 6 years ago, and I did it for a Bumbershoot event I was asked to take part in. And I found it to be so fun because it was using my brain in a completely different way. I'm used to writing and performing and talking. That's very linear. This is not. This is not words. This is all about shape and color. So it's been really fun to do. And now, 6 years later, I have 25 pieces. And there's a show at Solo Bar and Eatery on Lower Queen Anne. Opens May 3rd, runs through June 20th. Opening night, there's a party. Everyone's invited. There'll be, I think, a signature drink. We're calling it the Snippety Snap because the show is called The Further Adventures of Snippety Snap. So I think it's going to be a gin-based drink in some way. I hope everyone can come.
Let's give her a big round of applause.
Well, thank you.
I think that's just great.
Thank you.
And a testament to seizing the day
Totally.
and doing
just
new
trying
things.
something, see where it goes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Catch Art Zone with Nancy Guppy Fridays at 8 on the Seattle Channel or stream past episodes on their website. Still ahead, gorgeous new roofs that last a lifetime. Back after this.
That was so awesome.